Hey guys, it's Ed over at Susanville Outdoors, and I want to tell you about a video that I saw sometime last year, and it was involving the amazing cotton ball. And at the time, didn't remember the guy's name, but have come to know him today as Mike over at Bushcraft Bartons. So it was such a great idea that I started making them for myself and made some for some friends. Gave them away and just kept making them. It was a great product, and I have become inundated with requests to make them. So I spoke to Mike and told him what my intentions were, and told me to go for it. So we're going to be showing you how to make I call them fireballs, because that's what a couple of guys started calling them instead of amazing cotton balls. I'll show you how to make fireballs. I already have a couple of videos up on that, and Mike also has them over at Bushcraft Bartons, so I encourage you to go to his site and check out how he originally made them. I kind of do a little bit of a different version of it, but basically the same thing. So if you're unable to get the product, or you're unwilling to commit your pots and pans and such to making the product, we're going to be selling 4 jumbo fireballs for $5, and the shipping is going to be $3, so it'll be $8 for 4 of them. They can be used to light probably 8 fires if you're cutting them in half, but if you're in really icy, windy, wet, cold conditions, you're going to want to probably use a whole one on that. And the material that's used to make it is a gel wax, and there's no expiration on it, so it's not like it's not like some of the commercially available products like the wet fire that expire, or people open them up in the following year and they don't work. I've been doing this since probably June, and any one of those cotton balls that I've got downstairs from June in my own personal tin that I put aside, they fire up like nothing. So I'll show you how to make them, and if you're unable to get the product, like I said, or do it yourself, just send me a PM, and we'll just do it through PayPal. All right. So you're gonna want to bring your gel wax up to temperature. You don't want to go over, I believe it's 260 degrees, or it could flash. You don't want to do these are jumbo cotton balls. You don't want to do a big dunking on this initially. What you're gonna want to do is just do a real quick one, because you don't want to saturate the cotton through and through. And what you need to let this do is dry overnight, and come back tomorrow and do the same thing. What you're trying to create is a layer of this gel around the outside of the cotton ball, and what you're going to end up with is something that looks like this. Okay, you're going to end up with a jello-like cotton ball. It's not like Vaseline, beeswax, or mink. Doesn't melt. Could be 90 degrees out. I normally store 4 of these in my skull tin, and I leave them right in the wax paper. If you make them, you're going to want to leave them in wax paper, and you can just kind of store them like this in your skull tin. And if you've got a lighter, just light the wax paper up, and should ignite the whole cotton ball. If you're going to light this with a fire striker or a fell rod, you're going to need to split this wide open. So you're going to have to get into the cotton here. Okay, see that exposed cotton? Now you just put that down and you hit it with a fire striker. I have some videos showing that being done outside. So be certain that you expose this cotton to ignite it. So as you can see, you have to expose the cotton in the middle, and I have videos of this floating on water, burning, dunking in water, then relighting. They're pretty waterproof. I recommend carrying them in a skull container or something that's somewhat water resistant, and they're not going to go bad. You don't want to use these indoors at all. They're pretty smoky, but they burn for a while. Because they're handmade, obviously you're going to get some variations in how much of the gel wax is in them, but they're going to burn for well over 5 minutes, could be up to 8 minutes. And you've got plenty of time to light a fire. I think that you can reapers outdoors. Mike did a test on trying to boil 2 cups of water, which he brought up to just under boiling temperature. but for 1 cup of water in a survival situation, I'm thinking that you're definitely gonna be able to do that. So we're gonna be doing more testing, but in the meantime, if you want some, just send me a PM and we'll make them. And that's how the product burns right there. Unlike some of the mink oil and paraffin wax type fire starters, they're a little less, obviously less messy than the mink oil and the Vaseline infused cotton balls. But this puts out some very heavy BTUs. Even one of Mike's videos over at Bushcraft Barton's, he has this thing melting a hole right in the snow. We don't have any snow right now, but a little bit of wind and it's some damp conditions. But you can see that there's no problem with the amount of BTUs. These are reusable. If you put these bad boys out, you still got plenty of, let that cool, you still got plenty of gel wax, and you can reuse this thing. I mean, the fuel is still on the cotton ball is still there. And if you're lighting a fire in fair conditions, you can cut these in 2. And if it's summertime and you just want to throw one of these in a Bush Buddy so that you can light it up quicker, you can cut these in 4s. All right, guys, have fun. Be careful trying to make them. I'm not telling you to make them. I'm not saying anything. But if you do attempt to do something like this, just be cautious of the flash point of the material. Read the directions and be careful. All right, guys. Peace.